Cool, so thanks for having me here. As Drew mentioned, my name's Sean Begat. I'm the co-founder of Babbledex. Is this on? There we go. Along with Daniel Wong, I'm a co-founder of a company called Babbledex. And today I'm talking to you guys about Kordex, which is a Nonce venture that we've partnered with Nonce with that we're trying to launch in about Q4 of this year.
Sean, can you please put the mic closer to your mouth?
Is this better?
Perfect.
Perfect, all right. So really briefly, Babbledex is a company that I co-founded with Daniel Wong, our CEO. I'm the CEO. We also partnered with two of our developers, Jairam Kancherla and Matt Zernick. And our goal is to really start addressing the onboarding problem in cryptocurrency by building out software solutions and partnering with different community groups around the world to actually introduce a more robust onboarding solution. So our goal ultimately is to have a network of onboarding solutions in various areas around the world that can crowdsource information, volume, and projects to actually introduce new opportunities to these markets. So in brief, Kordex is a cryptocurrency onboarding platform specifically localized to the Korean market. This really started through a series of conversations that we had with Nonce, where both of our groups really started aligning ourselves around a centralized problem, which is there's a major problem in crypto that it has an onboarding problem. And furthermore, we were able to break this down into three main problems. A, there's a lack of good educational resources for newcomers coming into crypto. B, as we saw in the last bull run, there's a lack of sources of truth within the crypto market, which can be dangerous for a lot of investors. A lot of people fall for pump and dump schemes or just buy shit coins and whatnot. And C, even though there are a lot of actual good projects and good information out there, a lot of that information has been localized for other markets around the world. And we really feel like this is low-hanging fruit to actually improve adoption of cryptocurrency as a whole, as well as a lot of these blockchain projects. So our goal with Nonce is to run our first pilot here in Korea. We're trying to launch in Q4 of this year, and our main goal throughout the next couple years with this platform is to provide customized educational onboarding modules for the Korean community, provide a decentralized exchange to introduce a lot of newcomers to the concept of decentralized exchanges, and also offer community-focused content forum to actually allow members of the community to help integrate a lot of the newcomers into cryptocurrency, as well as maybe spur some collaboration. So as far as education goes, we really have three main things we want to address. A, we want to make it easy for people to learn core concepts. That's not only the technology, but basically what we realize is that if someone's going to invest in crypto today, you need to have a good idea of the technology behind it, the finances behind it, or economics. And to a certain degree, you need to have a good idea of how to do startup investing. How do you gauge a team? How do you gauge an opportunity? When it's actually out there? How is it working? What should you be looking for? So one of the things that we're trying to do with our platform is actually take this information and syndicate it in a really easy to understand way. The way that we're doing that is building out intuitive onboarding modules and working with actual project teams to either create really robust content that can include either a complete rewrite of their information or graphics, or even include project integrations into our DEX platform where we actually build out specific software-based solutions to help members of this community better integrate with those solutions. So two, our decentralized exchange. One of the big things is that we believe one of the best ways to retain new knowledge is to take theory that you've learned and directly apply it in application. And the best way to do that here is allow people to learn about new projects, concepts within the educational platform, and then apply that knowledge to a decentralized exchange. Not only do we actually get them to start retaining that knowledge a little bit better, but we can also start introducing them to more important concepts like non-custodial arrangements, as well as just encouraging decentralization as a whole. And three, and this is probably the most important thing that we're trying to work on, is we're really trying to build out a robust framework for localization and a software and an operational point of view. So by partnering with Nonce, our goal with this first platform for Kordex is to really allow it to be a digital touch point for the Nonce community. and then using our combined resources to actually start working with interesting projects globally as well as within Korea to build out specific information, both text, image-based, and software-based, to really get more members to start utilizing it around the board. And ultimately, what we'd love to do is be able to crowdsource this educational information to other instances in the Babbeldex network. So as we launch more instances around the world, they can take that information and localize it for their own community, but also contribute to the global crowdsource market at large. So I guess the closing notes I'll leave you with is basically localization is the process of adapting content or a product to a specific locale or market. For us, that means that we're talking to projects across the ecosystem across the world to create onboarding content, educational articles, and explore platform integrations for the Korean market. And we believe this isn't only important for users, but it's also important for projects because ultimately, success metrics of a product ultimately rely on internalized interaction and understanding of that product. So that means that we're not trying to do a sloppy way of localizing projects. We're not just taking white papers and translating them. We're really trying to work with these teams, work with the community, and build out software and operations to properly localize content, localize projects, and really work with the community to start using it. So, our goal is that we're trying to take localization in a more personalized manner and really do everything that we can to personalize these projects or localize them for the specific market that we're working with. So yeah, that's in brief what we're working on right now. There's a couple opportunities that we have. We're really looking for some people that are interested from a user standpoint that we can conduct product interviews with. We're actively recruiting senior front-end React engineers as well as full-stack engineers with Go and Python experience. For projects, we're looking to continue to work with projects to offer onboarding as a service solutions, webinars, educational content, and onboarding features. We do offer consulting for projects and firms to get a little bit of a better grasp on the Asian region or other regions of the world for decentralized finance. So yeah, thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you. So we'll be accepting questions. We have like 30 seconds, but before then we have the preloaded questions, which are question one. So, when will you launch?
Q4 this year.
Q4 this year?
So actually, there's actually one guy up here that has a question also.
I'll ask that.
You sure? Okay.
I'm still not clear what you mean by onboarding. Could you elaborate? Are you talking about onboarding into the crypto investing trading side or blockchain development side?
So that's a good question. So initially, we're focusing really on the finance side. What we want to do is offer a platform to make it really easy for new users to come in, learn the core concepts of the technology, learn the core concepts of some of the financial knowledge that they need, and then use that to trade. Ultimately, what we'd like to do is do both sides, work with the developer ecosystem and more of the blockchain technology side of it, as well as the finance side. But we're starting purely with finance right now.
Yeah, and for the questions, please upload it on the Telegram so we can collect them all together. So we have question number 3, saying, what projects will you be launching education material in or project integrations with?
So that's still up in the air, but we are working with some of the projects that are being featured today. But we'll have more of that information ready around October of this year.
Now we go. One last question. Is anyone speaking? No? All right.
Nope.
We'll move on to question number 3. Which regions of the world does Babbeldex plan on launching instances in?
We're primarily focused on Asia right now. We're really excited about launching here in Korea and seeing this through. And then if we have a successful pilot, the next immediate area we want to branch out to is areas of Southeast Asia.
Thank you. So we'll say one last question, and it says, I still don't get why it's specifically good for Korea since impurity of information is everywhere, especially in crypto space, of course.
So that's actually a really good question. I think our angle at this is that there is a lot of information out there that's already accessible, and a lot of people definitely in this room and already in the crypto community are able to access that. But we also know there's a lot of untapped potential as far as the market goes. And a lot of people in the retail community are still having issues learning about this. Maybe a lot of them aren't as dedicated to crypto as we are, but making that a lot easier for them to learn intuitively and easily and apply it, our theory is that we can get a lot more people to get into crypto, into blockchain, and start using it.
Thank you. That was the last question. And thank you
Perfect.
so much, John, for presenting amazing for
Thanks.
us. So next we'll have Daniel Wang.